Do not adjust your headsets. It's me, it's T-I-G. I'm back, motherfuckers! Shout out that Walker. That's right, your boy, Notorious T.I.G. is back with the first The Irish Gaijin reviews in fucking who knows how long. And what a time to do it. I have been hyped for this event since, God knows how long I've been hyped for this event. I think Doug started talking about this shit way back when. Oh man, I'm talking start of the year at least. The Buddy Bowl. What a fucking idea. What a concept. You've got tag team wrestling, you've got collaborations, you've got this random element, you've got this hype, this suspense, and everyone is fucking pumped. Can't wait to see who's teaming with who's going to win the friendship bracelets, who's going to be the new number one contenders to the FWA World Tag Team Championships, currently held by my boy Cap and yours truly. That's right, that's my fourth Tag Team Championship reign. Read it and we, Devin, I'm coming for you, motherfucker. But let's get right down to it. Talk about this as a concept, the Buddy Bowl. I love this shit. I fucking love this shit. It's the sort of stuff that keeps me back into EFED. And I was writing the dog, he'll tell you. I was flat out texting him going, man, how the fuck are we going to get me into this? I want to be into this. I need to be in this fucking Buddy Bowl. But, we had the tag championship match with Cyrus and Conchu, so logistically, would have been a bit of a mess. I think it's a bit of a mess now anyway. But look, that's another discussion for another time. We're just going to concentrate on the Buddy Bowl and Fallout because that was just whoo. I stayed up waiting to make sure that I was awake when this went live, so I wouldn't get any spoilers. So I wouldn't find out who was teaming with who, because who the fuck wants to know that? That's what's real. Everything shout out Kip. But really, when you get down to it, this event was fucking top of the pops, lads. Honest to God. I think Dub took the lead on it and man helped out. But honestly, this is the sort of shit that makes FWA so fun. It gets the community completely involved and invested in everything that's going on. And, this is why we do it. I know there's this competitive element to the game and people want to win. There's some people out there that are happy with just telling a good story and having fun with it. And yeah, I fucking respect that. It is meant to be fun first and foremost. But, at the end of the day, the competitive nature of what we do is what draws a lot of people in. And when you throw it into the mix with a concept or a setup like this, where two people are going to be put together and forced to promote together, collaborate on something, and it's an open field, 10 teams in it, you're going up against 9 other random pairings, and only one of those pairings are going to walk away the winner. That shit just puts everything into it that we all love. You've got the competitive element, you've got the collaborative element, you've got the fun element, and this was fun as fuck. So, really just the Buddy Bowl as a concept is a killer idea. And big props to Dub for coming up with it. Good big props to the mod team for running with it. And let's just get right into this shit. So, I was completely blind going into this. Completely blind. I hadn't got a clue who was going to be coming out, who was teaming with who, and that was part of the appeal for me. I was super fucking excited, and on top of it, at the start I was a bit like, I'm never too sure about promos being done privately. They have their place, don't get me wrong, especially if it's like an unannounced match or a secret entry, shit like that. I dig it, I fuck with it, but I was like, really, yeah, the whole show, the whole Fallout's going to be secret promos. And the reason I have historically been a little bit iffy on that sort of shit is because, I think getting promos to be reviewed is an undervalued aspect of fedding, and I think we all love it. I certainly love it when somebody reviews my promo, and it's always really appreciated. I know when I was running with Danny, there was there was a really long stretch there where, like none of my promos were getting reviewed. I was getting these big wins and I was doing well. So, I thought, like, shit, I must be doing well. I must be doing all right with this shit. But really, when somebody takes the time to critique and give feedback on the piece of work you've crafted, like, man, I'm probably speaking for myself here, but a lot of times, like, I value that shit more than any sort of match write up or card placement or in universe reward I get for it. At the end of the day, this is kind of a subjective game in that, you know, people all like different things, and it's been discussed plenty of times about how what might be a fucking smash hit for one grader just mightn't resonate with another grader. It mightn't hit. So while I fucking really value the mods and the results they put out as indicators of how well my promo was received, a lot of the time it's that member that just, gives you that 6 or 7 lines of feedback. That's what I really, really look forward to, and that's what I really, really appreciate. I'm not going to stand up here soapbox and telling everyone to, oh, yo, go review everyone's promos, because I'm pretty shit at it myself. I usually tend to take the approach of, when I do it, and I review like fucking most of the promos on any given show. But that element of constant promo reviews coming every week from people, and a lot of people pitching in and saying what they liked and didn't like, and asking questions about promos and characters development, that does seem to have fallen off a little bit. Now, fallen off a little bit in the sense that it might not be posted in the card discussion thread, because I know a lot of people speak on Discord and people throw promo ideas back and forth, and I like this and I didn't like that, and where are you going with that? Awesome, that's cool. But overall, it feels like it's not as big a part of the game as it used to be, which is fine. And I think I just kind of thought, oh shit, when there's secret promos, they nearly never get reviewed. And I was like, oh man, none of these promos are going to get 10 awesome fucking promos, and probably none of them are going to get a review or feedback, which is a shame. But it adds to this idea of going in completely blind. Like, not only do I not know who the teams are going to be, I haven't seen any of the work submitted. So I'm reading this Buddy Bowl, and I'm like, fuck, I know who's going to win. I'm buying into the match ups, I'm buying into the near falls, I'm buying into the whole, oh God, I wonder what would happen if this team meets this team, or I wonder who's going to win in the Battle Royale. But, it was something different. I think it really, really worked. As a reader and a consumer of the FWA product, I'm finding it really hard to think of something that I loved and enjoyed as much as this. And I haven't even got any characters on the fucking show, so that's just a testament again to the work being done. But anyway, rambles over. Let's get into the show proper. You're all probably sick of hearing me speak or can't understand me, so I may as well just plow on and see what I think of what has happened on the show and let you guys in. I was planning on doing a big feedback post, but fuck it. I said I've got a little bit of time. Let's do this and see if people enjoy it, and hopefully we can make this a little bit more regular again. Straight to the ring for the first matchup of the Buddy Bowl. And, I see the Bon Jovi Wanted Dead or Alive entrance music, and I'm going, well, it's Tommy Bedlam anyway. It's T-Beds for sure. So, kind of the intrigue is like, I wonder who the fuck his partner's going to be. And we've got our opening match, and Natalie Rosenberg takes it away. Sweetwater, Texas. Tommy Bedlam! And, I'm fucking hyped already. We've got Tommy Bedlam, ex-champion, one of the most improved riders I have seen in the Fed over the last year. And, Tommy, even earlier on, pre-F1, good rider. Good rider. Had some good angles going on. He got some good promo ideas, but during that F1, he really, really refined Tommy Bedlam and got him to a place where you start thinking this fella's a contender. Then you've got the Sean Summers feud. Well, look, everyone knows the U feud will come. U feud will come back, kid. Be it the elite, be it Sean Summers, he's gonna make you look fucking good. Come as the best heel in the business, bar none. He knows what his role is there in that feud. Yeah, he's trying to win it, but if he's not going to win it, he's going to make a fucking entertaining story and put your character over as much as he can. He's probably the most unselfish handler in the FWA when it comes to giving in a feud and when it comes to giving in a match right up. Cum is fucking excellent. I love Comeback Kid as a person, as a writer. I love the Sean Summers character, and I just really hope he comes back. I know he said he's struggling with stuff to do and he doesn't know what story to tell, but man, I just want to see Sean Summers in a world championship field. That is it. That's it. You don't need no big story. All I want to see is Sean Summers in a world championship field, and I want to see it in 2024. So come back, kid. I'm calling you out right now. Come back with Summers. Get Uncle Ruby to give you another fucking ironclad, money coming out your ass contract, and get back in that ring and give me my world championship field. Alright? Right, so Tommy Bedlam's a great first entrant, and then then I was like, oh fuck, the Deathmatch Messiah, the once experimenting with homelessness, dust in the wind. I did not expect to see this. Dustin does such a good fucking job, letting people know, I'm not really arsed. I fucking could be too fucked with that shit, and you believe it. But then he shows up to these fucking tournaments, and he always brings it. So when I'm reading from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Jeffrey Mason, I'm like, oh fuck, we've got T-Beds and Jeffrey Mason. This could be a winning team right fucking here. This is going to be sick. And then you throw in like just how close Jeffrey Mason was to winning the King of the Deathmatch, which would have landed him the X-Championship that Tommy Bedlam holds. And I'm like, oh, this has a bit of potential here. Like Jeffrey Mason screams X-Championship division to me. Screams it, not in terms of like ability. I'm not saying the ceiling is the X-Championship, but just his character is just so set up for this kind of X Rules division. And I would love to see Jeffrey Mason in a more full-time active in-ring role. So I'm hoping this is the start of it. But we've got Jeffrey Mason, Tommy Bedlam, like that's a fucking bumper team to start things off with. And I kind of felt a little bit sorry. This next team, I think this would have been like a great team. We've got the young buck, the guy who's now starting to, find a bit of to his characters. He hates the fucking suits. Always a good gimmick to run with, and there's a lot of places you can go with it, and there's a lot of ways to expand on this whole idea that the suits are holding me back. Sawyer Xavier, he stuck it out, and I've got to give credit to Blaine. Like, Blaine started this shit when he was like 15, 16, and come straight into the deep end. He's writing against guys that have been writing for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, have a lot more experience in Fed and in life, which is something that people don't realise. That can be a big thing. I've definitely myself gotten stronger as a writer as I get older. I've gotten better as a storyteller. I've more shit to draw on. I've more experiences to lean on. And, I've read snippets of Sawyer recently, and yeah, he's getting somewhere. He's got, a solid direction rather than this young flippy kid who lives in the van, which was fine. Don't get me wrong, it's fine, but I think Sawyer's really in a position now where he might be able to go somewhere with this character and start to move up the card. And, it's going to be organic, and people are going to get behind it when it happens because people like Blaine. People admire Blaine for sticking around with the Sawyer Xavier character despite all the tough losses. It's just unfortunate, I think, that he got paired with um, Princess Nova of the Eternal, who is like pretty much brain dead at the moment. But that's kayfabe. But in real life, Rosie's got shit going on. She's busy with her personal stuff in real life, and she's taking a step back on a hiatus. Which shout out to Rosie. Hope she's doing well. And I think that's something people could learn from. I had to take a pretty long hiatus myself, and I think more people should do it. If if that's how you feel, do it. You come back rejuvenated, refreshed, ready to go again, or you don't. And so if you don't, so what? Shit happens. Real life has to come first. But yeah, unfortunate here for Blaine that I assume he had to just do this one by himself and against a team like Tommy and Jeffrey. You're going to be up against it from the word go. But yeah, you know, the dynamic here was actually pretty good. And actually, I've only after copping here on my second look through over here, they actually went for a team name, Nova and Xavier. Incandescent, pretty cool name. It's an odd dynamic these two, but seeing that they had a name and all picked out, I think there probably was a plan here, but unfortunately, you know, like I said, it's essentially a handicap match against two really really great riders. But the dynamics were good. Sawyer looked pretty good. He looked like he could win. He looked plucky. He looked like he was up to the task. He didn't look out of place against Bedlam. Didn't look out of place against Mason. Uh, the Eternal stuff. I think Johnny's a great rider. I think it's Johnny, not Nostradamus. I think I've heard people call him Johnny. We'll go with Johnny. Johnny's a great rider. Rosie's a great rider. AON's a great rider. The characters are different. We need variety in the Fed. They put a hell of a lot of work into their feuds, their angles, and it shows. And I think they get great recognition for that. And you're getting recognition for me. Personally, the kind of more out of this world sort of stuff doesn't really land for me in the Fed. In a Booker, I fucking love it. In a BDD, I love it. Lucha Underground promotion, love it. But in the Fed, it's hard for me to kind of, I think it's asking a lot of people, asking a lot of opponents. I'm pretty sure this example's been used before. I've mentioned it myself before, but the magic kiss that goes down, Nova puts her lipstick on and smooches them and they go into a fucking trance. When I think of that against Lizzie Rose, yeah, I buy it. Against Joe Brewer, yeah, buy it. Against Sawyer Xavier, buy it. Against T-Beds, Tommy Bedlam, or Deathmatch Mason, I just can't buy it. I just can't imagine a world where they would sell this magic enchanted kiss. And that's not a knock on their characters, and that's not a knock on the Eternal. It's just hard for me to visualize in the sphere of the FWA and what I know about these characters. And, let's just take Bedlam, for example, what he's gone through with Sean Summers and Randy and that whole really real dirty South Memphis sort of feud to like being enchanted by a kiss. It just doesn't work for me. But that said, I thought it was a clever finish to the match. I think if you're gonna go with it, you have to go with it like this. Tommy didn't get the kiss. Sawyer did get the kiss accidentally, and Sawyer is one of the characters I can believe this kind of thing happening to. This spot is believable with Sawyer. For me, not so with Tommy. So I think it was used well, even though as a concept, I'm not sure what I feel about it. Um, but if we strip this away, if the story is here that Sawyer may be being recruited by the Eternal, I'm all fucking for that. That is a great, great move. I think that's excellent. I think, we've got this direction of Sawyer Xavier. He's starting to get frustrated at how things have gone for him in his career to date. And you've got Kara stepping in here, the Eternal. She can say, look what I did for Lizzie Rose. I can do this for you. Nova, I think, is going to be more of a side part of the Eternal until Rosie returns at least. I think it will give Karis a new project. It'll give Sawyer some great direction and exposure, because those Eternal angles and segments they do are really, really noteworthy. Every show they do them, people talk about them. They'll get Sawyer to the front of people's minds. I just think this is a good combination and a good idea going forward. Likewise, I think when Nova comes back, when Rosie's ready, you've got like a lovely built-in story there, and you've kind of got this stable that's starting to grow in power, and 4 individual handlers with Nova, Karis, Sawyer, and Lizzie Rose. That that's pretty cool. That's a cool dynamic in an E-Fed, and I hope this is the direction they're going for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of expected T-Beds and Mason to win. But yeah, this was a good opener. 2 fun teams. I thought, I think that maybe this would have been potentially a different result. I'm not saying it would have, because, Dustin and Tommy, that's a formidable team against anybody. But I would have liked to see this with active Rosie taking part in the team. But yeah, T-Beds, Deathmatch Mason, you've got, that that's a fucking potential winner of the whole buddy ball right here, right now. So yeah, let's move on. We've got a quick little segment here, Trick or Trash, who I loved on Ground Zero, by the way. Shout out Sully, Ground Zero, Lucha season. That was the one season, I believe, that I participated in with the ill-fated Lavani Toner. But yeah, that was, that that season of Ground Zero was fucking all about the Trash Mammal on Halloween night. Not that they won, but the segments that were being produced were the highlights every single week. You've got Trash Mammal and his unique dialect. Guys. It's funny. It's entertaining. We've got one, two, three, four. One of man's many, many, many side creations, but one that I actually think is decent, and I think there is a little bit of staying power with one. I think that's somebody that could potentially be taken down the line and made into a more serious mid to upper level contender. But it serves its purpose on the show right now. I think the trio is fun. I'm going to be looking forward to these guys' promos. They should be, full of impact and craziness and silly hijinks, and should generally be a breeze to read. And I'm here for Trick or Trash. I don't know how people feel about that, but I'm here for Trick or Trash. The Bad Boys boy band. Yeah, look, they're just kind of iconic jobbers at this stage, which is absolutely fine. I know, man. I think came up with the characters, so I've no, I'm not one of these people that think, oh man, V man, it's got to be a jobber match for Trick or Trash, and that's perfectly fine. That's completely okay on a weekly show. The Bad Boys boy band have no go away heat with me. They're just, in my mind, they're the modern and not as good version of Triple J Security. But that's not a slight on the Bad Boys boy band. Triple J Security are out jobbers, and you know that's a pretty hard bar to climb over and to surpass. But yeah, Trick or Trash versus the Bad Boys boy band, absolutely fine in my eyes, and I'm excited to see the promo with Trick or Trash. We obviously had to move straight into it. We've got 5 tag team matches and that big fucking battle royale at the end, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be match heavy, but it's fine. It's actually good for me reviewing it because it means you won't hear me drawling on for an hour plus about all sorts of shit. And what was the next one? Oh, yeah. Excuse me, boys. Sorry about that. The next match was. Oh, fuck, yeah. Someone making their debut from NGW. I'm not actually sure if he has competed on NGW or was just a sign up, but fucking kick ass name, kick ass handler from Valletta, Malta, the Maltese Falcon. I know that's a fucking cool name. The Maltese Falcon's a cool nickname. Oz is fucking coolest motherfucker in the Fed, and you know this guy's got previous with winning tournaments. These one promo to a finish sort of tournaments, and Oz a big game player, so it doesn't matter if it's the Maltese Falcon or Nova Diamond or Julius or Caesar Cornelius. It's he's Oz is that for me. Oz is that guy. You're waiting for the match card to go up every week, and you just don't see her in a match with Oz because he's gonna fucking bring it. He wins most of his matches, and he's really creative, and he understands the rubric inside out. And me particularly, he's given me so much advice. I'm like, he's gonna fucking know what I'm gonna do anyway. So yeah, I tend to avoid matches with Oz as a rule, and I think that's pretty sound advice for for most people. But what a great partner! What a great partner to have. Another dude I fucking love, TYNL. You've got like you've got this dynamic with the nephews as a whole. You either love them or you hate them in a kayfabe sense. As fellow handlers looking in at the nephews and the work they do, you either love it or you hate it. As characters, purely characters, strip away the promos. The nephews are annoying, and they're meant to be annoying. You're not meant to get behind them. They play their roles extremely, extremely well as spoilers, as trolls, as heels. Yeah, not maybe fucking Sean Summers type of heels. Not that lane, but they're in a different lane of heels. And they're super, super effective. But through it all, you've got this fucking risk-taking biker from Raleigh, North Carolina. Like I said earlier, TMYL, that nephew you love, Gerald Gigi Grayson. And I think Gigi is just such an important part of the nephews. Like, I think he's just a constant foil to what the nephews are doing. Not in the sense that he's trying to stop them doing what they're doing, but having this guy in here, this fucking really great pure face who's aligned with this little shithead heel group, I think is just inspired by SS, Jam, John, all the guys behind the nephews, because it's just a constant reminder of they're such fun riders, them three guys, and the nephew promos and adventures that they go on are such good fun that you can really start to gravitate towards. I like these guys. This is fun to read, and when you find something fun to read, alignment kind of goes out the window. But I think when you've GG there, you can kind of always just look to him and what he's saying and how he's acting. Yeah, he's going along with it, but he's verbally protesting somewhat a lot of the time, or his mannerisms and his actions kind of make it feel like he's only doing it for Michelle. But when you have this guy here, it really kind of spins you back around, going, hold on, the nephews are fucking dickheads. And I just think nephews with Grayson are always going to be the strongest version of the stable. Strongest version of all time for me, nephew's stable. If anybody's interested, well, it doesn't matter if you're interested or not. We're having a little interlude here. My oath nephew stable is the three boys, Jam, SS, John, all involved. Michelle von Horowitz, Gerald Grayson, Uncle, Quiet, and Thomas West. That's the O nephew stable. Oh, W / Harry the Same Wizard. That's it. That is the 5-star, 10 out of 10 nephew stable. West, Quiet, Uncle, Von Horowitz, Grayson, W / Harry the Same Wizard. That is the quintessential nephew stable. That is, if we had a Survivor Series PPV type deal, that's my main event. The nephews on one side, and you can have fucking anybody really, but let's just say Black Peacock Crash Truth and who would be a good face to go against Sawyer, something like that. Sawyer Xavier. That's a Survivor Series main event. That's fucking that's just for me. That is the nephew stable, and I'm not somebody that dislikes all the other iterations. When it was just Uncle and Quiet for a while, or Uncle Quiet and Harry, or you've got maybe the nephew B squad, but just for me, when I think of the nephews, that's what I think of, and I think that's when they're at their strongest with the three guys involved. SS does a super job riding for all nephews, as does John. I know Jam's thrown his hand at it a few times as well. It's always been great, but for me, the three boys with them 5 characters, W / Harry the Same Wizard, that is it for me. They're the best stable in FW. That's the best stable in FWA history for me. And I'll probably catch some heat for that, but it's true. It's damn true. Anyway, interlude over. Back to the Buddy Bowl. We've got the wild card, Jason Orlando, and Zero. So this is this was this was one of the things that I was a bit like one of the small things that didn't hit. Not that it didn't hit for me, but it actually it somewhat added to the intrigue of the whole show. Who is Zero? But as I went through what was a good match, a well written match that was entertaining between uh, Alejandro and Gigi against Randall and Zero. I just, my mind kept wandering. I've got the wandering eye syndrome, and I was reading it and I was just like, I wonder who Zero is. And that's the problem for me when we do mysteries. I fucking love mysteries in the FWA, but I just, I couldn't concentrate. I was just thinking, Zero, Zero, Zero. Who the fuck is Zero going to be? And another thing, this might be like a little bit selfish of me. I really hope it's a return rather than a David and character. While it would be cool to be a David and character, I just think running a mystery angle as a debut just falls a little bit flatter for me than running a mystery angle for a returning star. Um, I don't know who it is. I have no idea who it is. I haven't, gone back and read the apparent social media messages, but just thinking about profile and maybe it's a little wishful on my behalf. I'm going to put in an early door prediction that Zero is Caden Knox. Caden Knox. So we'll come back to this in a couple of months' time and see if I was right or if I was wrong. Man, Dead Walker just fucking destroys Grayson after the match. I've said it before, we got a great influx of characters when we moved to Smarks, which was really surprising to me. I thought it was going to be the death knell for FWA. I knew the Fed would keep going, but I kind of said, like, we're never going to be able to grow, we're not going to attract any new members, and we got a great cohort in since coming to Smarks. But for me, not including guys that have been brought in from outside of Smarks, but guys who were already on Smarks that came over and signed up, Death Walker is my favourite addition to the Fed. The guy's fucking great. He knows his character, even if sometimes we don't. We're still getting to grips with the whole lore about the faces of death, and how he's different gimmicks and different nicknames. I think he's semi-explained it as like a kind of Mick Foley deal, but that, if you're listening, I know you're probably not. Don't explain it. Let it play out. We'll fucking get it. Keep doing what you're doing. Because I love that Walker. I love that Walker every time he's on the TV. I love how he busies himself and gets put into feuds and angles with people. And that GG just has cracker written all over it for me. I'm really looking forward to that match at Winter Wasteland. I cannot stress that enough. That GG is going to be fucking awesome. And I can't wait to see what the two boys put out. Moving on, sorry, I'm just clearing out my throat there, lads. I'm just going to have a quick little puff of this. I'm on a vape, so those that were waiting for a little trademark T catchphrase are going to be bitterly disappointed. You won't hear it on this pod. Anyway, the creator of the Buddy Bowl, Jeremy Best, and I think he's already said that I think he said in a previous show his partner was Chris Peacock. That's a pretty killer team, and I kind of think of it as Jeremy maybe fixed it a little bit. No, I'm sure he didn't, but that was kind of my headcanon. Jeremy was like, who shall I win the Buddy Bowl with? Well, I know the most dominant world champion in like 3 years is a good idea. So yeah, Chris and Jeremy is a killer team. Jeremy's character is fantastic. I have been vocal about wanting to see Jeremy get into the World Championship picture. And yeah, Black Best at Winter Wastelands, really fresh, cracking World Championship match. And, you know, that sells for me. That's a great PPV main event. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I've liked the work they've done. But Jeremy actually swerves us, swerve bro, and it's Drew Peacock, Chris's twin brother, which it's not doesn't fall flat for me because Drew has been involved in some great stuff in FWA programming. Um, Before Cosmic Playground, he was involved. I think back in 21, and he's been a mainstay in a lot of Chris Peacock promos, and man's one of my favorite riders in the Fed, so it doesn't fall flat exactly for me. Um, I was interested to see where this was going. Um, Sir Stash and Major Amigo, being the opponents, is really lending strength to my theory that Best kind of masterminds all this, and it's really fitting his current character arc at the moment. And this is just good, fun booking, in my opinion. Obviously, Jeremy and Drew are going over here, but that's okay. That's all right. This is a really fun angle. It really furthers the Jeremy arc, and links in with the Alistair Black, Chris Peacock team, which of course we've got Black Best coming at Winter Wasteland. Uh, yeah, I this segment's a hit for me. I know there's a match in there, but it's more of an extended segment, and that's absolutely fine. That's a hit for me. I give that a big thumbs up. Drew and Best against Major Amigo and Sir Stash. That's fine by me. Think was good to set up something for Xavier. Randall and Xavier. Little bit kind of disappointed isn't the word, because what I wanted was Sawyer to be able to. Shit, was I saying Sawyer? Shout out Mike Garcia. Sawyer, I wanted something to happen for him coming into Winter Wasteland. I think he's been putting a good bit of effort in. I think he was unlucky a little bit with this buddy ball, how it shaped out. He's kind of got a new character direction, so I'm happy he's got this Randall match. And I think going by Randall's dialogue, maybe there was a little something said previous to this batch of shows. Maybe it was the meltdown, maybe it was last week, I'm not sure. So that's fine. I did just think that Sawyer as part of the Eternal was a fucking bomb idea. Not that can still happen, and not that this won't get over, but yeah, I'm happy that Sawyer's got something going. Randall, no disrespect to Jimmy, I'm sure he won't take it as such, because I know Jackson and Nate are in that order probably his concern and primary characters. Randall's a great hand. Always puts up a solid promo. Like, you're not just gonna rock up and beat Jason Randall. It's something that is a tough challenge for any member of the roster. So I think kind of blending kayfabe with real life, this is a good matchup and a good step forward. And that's another match to keep an eye on for Winter Wasteland. So this this was just this whole next matchup, the whole thing preceding the match. Let's call it what it is. This is one for the fucking marks, lads. This was done for the marks. I know it was random, but just the way it all plays out, like, this is just, if you're sitting there watching the Buddy Bowling fall, this is where you're just gonna lose your shit for 20 minutes. Because I was losing my shit fucking reading this. Like, Gabby's just back. So she's still got massive popability for me. Like, I'm going, woo, fucking yes, let's go, Gabby. Gabby is fucking back. Hall of Famer, women's champion, world champion, tag champion, EE for life, ETE. Hope you're listening, man. EE for life. Um, you know, so you're popping out of your seat, and then boom, Belle Conley, Hall of Famer as well, women's champion as well, world champion as well. Shit, man, I don't know. Did her and Shannon ever end up winning the tag championships? Uh, Fuck, what was that name? Was fucking bomb, that tag team name. Beauty X. No, it wasn't Beauty X Beast. I think that was a bad nickname. Shit. Was it Bubblegum and Machine Guns? Or Bubblegum and. Someone hit me up with that. I need to find out what that Bell and Shannon tag team name was, because that was fucking banging. But this is just a mental team. This is a crazy team. And I'm like, oh, fuck. This Buddy Ball final is going to be stacked. Because, at this point, I'm like, whew. We've got Jeremy and Peacock. Which, yeah, okay, it's Drew Peacock, but it's Dub and it's Man. Then we've got the Maltese Falcon and Gigi. It's Jam and it's Oz. And we've got T-Badge and Deathmatch Mason, Dustin and Tommy. And I'm like, fucking hell. And now we're going to have AON and ETA in the mix. Like, this is going to be impossible to fucking call. This is stacked. And then I just go, oh, fuck. What? I see Rockstar, boo, Randy, boo, Ramon, boo, we want Danny down there, come on, Danny, come on, fuck him up, Danny, woo, fuck him out. Anyway, we've got Randy Ramon, who, for my money, is top 5 of all time. Maybe that's biased because of how intertwined I've been and how many times he's fucking kicked my arse, but Sean's such a great promo. He's Randy Ramon down to a fucking T, and it's just, yeah, Randy Ramon is, much as it pays me to say, like one of the best, most accomplished characters in FWA history, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe this isn't, maybe this isn't going to be just a gimme for Belle and Gabby. Like, it's, for Randy Ramon, tag team specialist extraordinaire, this is going to be fucking tough. Like, just quick history lesson for those that don't know. Hold on, little hit. Rockstar won a tag tournament before, the Elite Tag Team Classic. That was like a double chance elimination sort of format where I think like he had to win like 6 or 7 individual matches. So it wasn't one promo to a finish. It was done over a much longer period of time, over several shows. But Sean has already won a tag tournament with Rockstar Ramon, and straight away I'm seeing this and thinking, this guy, like, probably got a new favourite. Once he gets stiffed by the draw, there's a huge chance that this could be the winning team. Stiffed he was not, because he got the showman Chris Crow, who is just a fucking belter character, belter rider. Still, I don't write many matches, but still, my favourite ever match that I've wrote was Chris Crow against Gabrielle, who's on the other team there, Warehouse New Year's Eve 2, check it out. And when I was writing that match, I really got the grips with the Crow character, and I was like, this guy's fucking bomb. So this is just a crazy fucking match. And I've got to believe that I don't know what I've got to believe. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but I'd love to know, get the curtain pulled back and find out how the tournament worked in terms of, like, did the top five teams go through? Were there five random matches made and the winners went through? Because, woof, I put it this way: if these two aren't two of the top five promos on the show, I am fucking hyped to check out these promos because they must have been fucking insane. But the match write-up was great. With a lot of history in the ring, a lot of kind of first timing as well when you throw in like Bell and Showman, fucking Showman and Gabs. Oh, Showman and Gabs, what am I talking about? Just forgot about my earlier. I'm a bit stoned now, lads. I'm actually stoned to the bone. The warehouse plug, but Bell and Randy don't have a huge history, if I recall correctly. I don't think Gabs and Randy, I don't think have a huge history. Maybe Black Caramel faced Golden Rock in that aforementioned tournament, but yeah, this was good. Great match. It felt big. It felt hype. We had Lizzie Rose come in and interfere, which is, well, interfere in terms of she distracted Gabby, which is absolutely fine by me. Furthers that feud, Lizzie and Gabs, which I know Gabs, I think, was the reason she came back, was to work the Lizzie feud. So I'm pretty cool with that getting highlighted here. The Rock Show, yeah, they're gonna be fucking tough to stop. That's something, and I can't believe Bell and Gabs aren't in the Buddy Battle finals. No knock on ETE and AON, that's just, and I can't wait to read these fucking promos. You like blenders? No, tough shit. That's a that's an ad. But anyway, I know I am rambling now. I always fucking do this. Yeah, Aaron Harrows and Trixie Bordeaux. Pretty cool entrance, especially for a David in character. But again, when it's David in character or someone I don't really know much about, I'm looking at more in the vein of who is it. So it's Gip and it's Welchie, and I think Gip and Welchie have a lot of history, and Gip and Welchie are probably fucking going to work really well together, and I think they're going to give a good little match up to whoever they're facing. But yeah, should have good chemistry. I don't know too much about Aaron Harrows, but he's shown quite a bit of charisma and character, I feel anyway myself, in this little ride up here. I don't get the two wrongs make a right now. Maybe that's just me being stupid. Maybe that's an inside joke between the two. I was laughing at. I thought this was fucking funny. I've got it highlighted here. Aaron and Trixie share a minute-long, extremely secret handshake before sharing a jumping high five that they have to redo because they missed. Now, I know this isn't what happened, but man, I've just wet myself thinking, how funny it would be if they did it, missed the jumping high five, and instead of just nailing the second one again, they redid the whole fucking handshake. That would have been fucking deadly. And oh god, I am so fuck. Anyway, yeah, pumped for how Cake has improved as well. I talked about T-Beds earlier, but Cake is really coming into her own with the young lioness Madison Gray, and yeah, she couldn't have really asked for a better partner, could she? Like, when when you think about it. The gender bending, claw sending, genre defining, cocaine lining, weasel person is a pretty great tag team partner to get, and I'd be surprised if there wasn't much between us without knowing anything about Aaron Harrow. Um, just it feels like Gibb and Welch have chemistry. Um, I think Gibb's a strong rider. I think Welch is a strong rider. Um, I think Cake has really come into her own. I think Weasel Person is going to be an extremely tough challenge, no matter what iteration it is. So I'd say this match was extremely close. And going with a 4 minute warning, it had to be. I think that's usually how it works. You know, if you get the 4 minute warning, I like to think it's gone to a tiebreaker. It's been a 2-1 decision, or it's really close in the grades. Um, the Weasel and the Lioness claw out the win, but I know Trixie has her Coven angle going on. But I thought there was a lot of chemistry here with Aaron Harrow, and while I do want to see Regan come back, I do want to see Regan Cole back in the fold. You know, maybe Gibb needs a run with Aaron Harrow to relight the spark. I kind of did get it, didn't you? Relight the spark. But yeah, cool to see that Blake Taylor was behind the kidnapping. I love seeing these non-title angles get some juice, and instantly Taylor Gray is something I'm hyped for. Winter Wasteland's really shaping up in the singles department. I mean, as of tonight, we've got 3 additions. I think we've got Taylor Gray, we've got Randall Sawyer, and we have Walker Gigi. 3 non-title feuds, all have a bit of juice. That's pretty good booking, and that's kudos to the handlers involved in the mod teams. I think, you know, this little channel thing that they own on Discord and popping you into it if you're having a feud, I think that's really helping, really working, and that's a fucking great idea to get everyone involved and get segments put together and ideas thrown in. So yeah, really like that, and I think the whole getting Salem involved, Todd Salem being kind of puts over the seriousness of what Jeremy is actually doing. Like, he seems to be, is he? I don't know if he's drugging Drew, or he's pumping him with alcohol or whatever. Drew has his demons, so this is kind of fucking, you know, whatever. I get what's going down, even though I might not be able to articulate it so well, and it's good. It is good. The main event, you know, I'm thinking it's extremely hard to call a winner here in this main event. It really is. I thought it was really smart and effective to kind of get all these moving pieces and put them together with Peacock, Ramon, Jeremy, Drew, the Alistair connection. You know, it makes sense. It's really good storytelling. It's interwoven, and I think it's really setting up for 2 super big programs with Randy and Chris and Jeremy and Alistair. I thought the Drew as Chris was done really well and was a really good one night angle. I think with the Peacock and Rockstar story, potentially arguments could be made. If we didn't have a moment like this, I think arguments could be made as to, well, who is actually the heel in this scenario. And I think with a feud, even though FWA is beyond alignments, and I think wrestling is to a degree beyond alignments now in 2023, and everything shades of grey. I think when you've got this money feud, this big feud that everyone's so hyped about, Peacock Ramon, I think it's in your best interests to draw a line and say, this guy's the fucking face and this guy's the fucking heel. And Peacock is embracing full on his role with the heel, and I think that's a smart decision. And I think Peacock Ramon is going to be fucking nuts. Off the wall. I haven't been this hyped for a feud in a long time. I think it's going to be great. So I think that was a massive hit on the night, guys. I really do. I love the shit on Man. I love the shit on Peacock. That's just gimmick. He was insane work with this, and this Randy Chris feud is just going to be off the charts. I'm completely invested in it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So well done on that, guys. I thought it was excellent, an excellent pre-match. I think the best character work in the opening minutes was fucking excellent. it's just Jeremy Best all over, and we've got Aleister Black getting involved. That's another cracking feud. Like, it's fucking popping off right now. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This feels like fucking lead into the back in business, not Winter Wasteland, which is the highest fucking praise I can give you guys as a booking team and the handlers involved. Just the way this show, Winter Wasteland, is coming together, it's just excellent. It really is. Of very few complaints about how things have gone. So minimal, in fact, that I'm not even actually going to air them, which is, as you know, is unusual for me, because I don't want this praise to be backhanded. I think a stellar job has been done building to this event, and we're primed to hit it out of the park for the last event, 2023, and everyone should be hyped as fuck about this event. The match itself, Best goes out straight away. I'm going to assume that Peacock is counted out off screen. Peacock's gone. That's fucking like, he's not going to come back. Like, and also, fucking answers the question. FTN are going to have a title rematch. Even though we don't do title rematches, somebody tell Man, oh wait, he's dead, man. Gonna have a title rematch at Lights Out against the Dark Roads Alliance and your boy Tegan Cap. So that should be a fun triple threat. I'm looking forward to the challenge. Obviously, myself and Cap, Jay Kenny and Xavier Marshall are the odd team out there, but we're going to throw the dice and try and cause a little bit of an upset. So looking forward to that match. But that's one thing gone straight away. Best Peacock, they are out of there. And I really was unsure on who was going to take this match away. It was suspenseful. It was well written. I thought everyone got good shine. The double elimination format meant there was more to digest, but also meant to get more into it. I loved the Chris Crow and Mason interaction. That was great. That really was great. I thought it was really fun. I loved the Chris Crow and Tommy Bedlam dynamic throughout, actually, as partners, as well as the Grayson and Weasel person dynamic. I thought it was smart, and I think it's better when the match writer gives credit to us guys that are reading it, that we're going to pick up on it, that we're going to understand why it's being done, and that you don't just forget past threads and past relationships between wrestlers. And I think it was a really smartly booked match, really smartly written match, that really topped off the show. Also, Jean-Luc on commentary alone that fucking works, man. I take Baby solo all the time, all the time. Obviously, the best commentary team possible is Baby and Kristen Quinn, but I'll take Baby by himself every day of the week, no problem. He's great, and that's not a knock on the likes of Angie or Rod or Alan. Well, it's kind of a knock on Alan, but I don't know. I just think it's a cool feel. It really, really is. Maybe I do Baby calling Meltdown, because Meltdown's the shorter show, right? An hour. I think it's an hour meant to be. Maybe I do an hour of Baby calling Meltdown by himself, and then have like Baby plus one other or Baby plus two others on Fallout. But yeah, Jean-Luc riding solo on comms is always a win. The next one I hadn't mentioned to this point, but it just feels really legitimate when Jean-Luc calls by himself. The match itself, like I said, was awesome. Randy Ramon remix, still really well protected. You know, if you get nailed with it, it's over unless someone breaks it out. The pencil between the eyes spot was just fucking fucked. But that match Mason, eh? Yeah, you know, Weasel Person had a really good showing as well. Kind of interested to see where it's going with WPE, but I like WPE as a mechanic, but you know, they'll miss. Anyway, of course, Big Brian Bastard was going to get involved in the match, and get involved he does. You know, I'm there thinking he's 100% going to cost Crow as soon as I see him. He costs Crow. Ramon quickly fucking equals the playing field, and then we were down to, I think we were down, yeah, that's right. Oh, it even says it. I was smartly booked. Every team, well, except fucking Best and Peacock, which was down from pre-match, was still in it with one representative each. Like you're talking Weasel, Tommy, Gigi, and Ramon. That's as entertaining as Final Four, I can imagine. I was actually surprised when Weasel went out, because knowing who the handler is, I just kind of automatically assume they're going to win 99% of the matches they're in. So that was a shock, but a nice one. And it boiled down to Gigi, Tommy, and Randy, and it was over really quick, which is fine. I think that makes sense at the end of a long match like that. Just kind of finisher sequences. The remix is just, you know, it's the most protected move in FWA history. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's ever been kicked out of in 8 years. 8 years. That's sick. Excuse me. And I always think it's a really cool story thread. I always hope one day somebody will kick out a remix, and it's going to be a fucking crazy moment. The Buddy Bowl winners, Randy Ramon, Chris Crow, The Rock Show. Like, I mean, that's a fucking sick team, lads. That really, really is. Super impressive tandem right there. I think whoever comes out in Winter Wasteland with the tag belts are in serious fucking trouble, no matter who it is. I thought the Buddy Bowl was a fucking massive success. Major success. I thought the little bit at the end was great, with Best being like, you turned it into something barbaric. It was disgusting. You're not getting the friendship bracelets. And you know, Ramon and Crow kind of say, fuck this guy, gets a remix, and they get the bracelets in the end. And the Rock Show's just 10 out of 10. What a team. If they decide to stick with this, which I know is going to be hard with DSI and all that stuff, but the Rock Show, right? If they want, this can be the new Golden Rock, with no doubt in my mind about it. These can be the staple of the tag team division for as long as they want. I'm sure of that. So, really, really great victory for the two of them. I'm buzzing to read their promo. I can't wait to read their promo. It's going to be excellent. And as with so many other promos from this show, because this show was excellent. And the Buddy Ball was just a fantastic concept from start to finish. I loved reading it. I hope we have something like it again soon. Something with some sort of mystery element, or blind matches. It pumps me up as a member of the FWA, and I hope other people feel the same, and I hope the show gets the credit it deserves. So, listen, it's been a while since I've whacked out with TIG. I think probably like 2 years or something since I've done one, and I'm hoping to keep popping a few of them out intermittently. I'm hoping they won't take too long to do. Like, stick to this 45 minute kind of format, and I'll just. Oh, right, okay, I've just saying. Okay, right, I've just looked at my recorder, an hour and 12 minutes. Well, I do talk quite a lot, so apologies. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. And if you like this sort of stuff, I will try and bring more. I hope you enjoyed the little review. I hope you enjoyed the Buddy Bowl. As always, here live, unedited, raw, TIG, the Irish Gaijin reviews, back for the first time in 2 years. Hopefully you won't be waiting another 2 for the next. Peace out, boys. Love yous all.